Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to be learning the basic use or the basic tools in our Microsoft Word document. Okay, so when we launch it, here is it here. Can you see the icon Word? So when you click on it, it's going to display this. So on the top menu here, you can see we have the file. Okay, and we have so many top menu here. So under the file, you can have the information about the page you just created. And to display, you can see on that page now we have 0 words there. Okay, it's going to tell you the amount of words there, the title, everything about that particular document you just opened. So for new, you want to create a new document. Okay, this is blank document, or you want to create from templates. Okay, you want to create from templates and just change the informations there. So we have open. If you want to open recent documents that you have worked on, these are documents that I've worked on. If I want to edit them or I want to use them, so I just go through here. So when you want to save the document, so you choose a folder and you save. If you want to save as, that is, you want to duplicate the document and change the name of the new one you have duplicated from it. This is to print from your computer. Okay, it brings the print settings. You choose your printer, how many copies of that document you are printing, how many pages, and the size of the page, which you would have predetermined in the document itself, or you can still come here and change that. And all of that printing setting, you want to share the document, you want to export, especially when you want to save the document as PDF file. Okay, this is where you come and save it, and this is where you close the document. And the option is used to change some basic settings, which we'll treat later. So let's go back by clicking on this arrow pointing backwards. So the first thing we are going to note here is now we are now on home. So this is all we have under the home, where these are the effects that have been, or the formatting of our text. This is a text app. Even if a newbie should come here now, you just input anything on your keyboard, it just starts typing text. Okay, so let's start. Let me raise this up. Let's start by saying parts. Let me switch off the caps on my keyboard. Parts of my body. Okay, that's my heading. So we have typed some text. So let's start working on things that are here. Here we can see paste. Paste is to paste what you have copied. So we have not copied anything. Now, one thing you should first of all know is that when you type text on your page, okay, you are going to select it. You need to select it before all this formatting is going to work on it. If you don't select it now, I've not selected it now, I didn't highlight it, sorry. This is to highlight. You can see it now. I've highlighted it. Now, if you don't highlight it and you click on bold, for example, you can see nothing is happening. Italics, nothing is happening. Okay, so you need to select first. So there are different ways of selecting. You can see this pointer here going on and off. Okay, that is where the new text will come up. Whatever you type, that is where it's going to come up. So when I click here, it comes to the front. So if I want to select all the text here, I just click and drag here. I left click and drag. Again, you left click and drag from here. Okay, another way to do that is to double click. By double click, it selects just one word, but if I want to select all, I will triple click. 1, 2, 3. it selects all. Okay, that's another way. And another way is if I want to select everything on this page, even if we have 20 pages, you click on Ctrl and A on your keyboard. Ctrl and A, select all. A for all, select all. Now let us start. So I highlighted this, and when I come up here, the first thing here after paste, because there's nothing to paste, we need to cut or copy before we paste. Now when I cut, when I click on cut, you can see that text is no longer there, but it is on my clipboard. Okay, see, remove the selection and put it on the clipboard. Clipboard means it's right here in my hand. You can't see it until I paste it. Okay, now when I click on paste, you can see what I have cut is now pasted. Okay, let me undo by going back one step. You click on this arrow that points backward, or you use the shortcut key Ctrl and Z. Okay, now I've selected. Now this time if I cut, I want to move forward by clicking on space on my keyboard. Let me show you the keyboard. Let's use the keyboard here. Okay, so when I click on space key, you can see it's moving forward. So here I am. Now if I click on paste, you can see what I cut from this place is coming here. So cut actually removes what you copy from its initial position, okay, to a new position entirely. All right, so let's backspace. That is for let's paste what you have copied. Now we want to copy. The next one is to copy. Now we select this, we click copy. Okay, and here we go. We have copied. I've clicked on copy. You can't know because it's copied already. Copy will not take it away. It's just going to copy and leave the original one there. So when we click here and click on our space on your keyboard, okay, I paste here, you can see. So if I continue pasting, you see it continues to paste and paste and paste, and I can choose where to paste to. So that is cut, copy and paste. Okay, and you should have known the difference between cut and paste. Okay, cut removes it from its initial position entirely to a new position, while copy, it keeps the original in its place and copy it to a new place again. You are going to have a duplicate of it. Now the next thing that we need to learn here is this format painting will be done later. Okay, it's going to be done later. Now let us backspace. When you select all, I want to, this is your backspace. So now let us paste in our word again. Now the next thing, we have left this area, this clipboard area. Okay, and we are coming to the font. From here, from this line to this line is the font area. So when I select, the entire text, now whatever I click on here is going to apply here. Okay, now so that this our drop down will not block the word, I want you to be seeing what is really happening to the text. Okay, so let me do this and click on your space. So I want the text to be here, and another way I can do what I just did now is, you know, I was here initially. Okay, so I was there initially, so let me paste it here again. So when you click on your tab button, it's here, click on your tab, you can see it jumps forward. Now let us select and see what happens. So when I click on fonts, this area here is for the font, like your handwriting. Think as if I have as different handwriting. So when I click here, you can see as I change, if I click it, it's going to select it permanently for it. So you can see Times New Roman. You can see still have more of this. Scroll down by using this navigation pin. You click and drag it, okay, and move downwards, okay. So I have more fonts. You can see I can choose from this font here. You can see, so we have lots of fonts right here. So let us pick one. I think I like this, the Adobe Gothic. Now if you move to next one, we have numbers there. This is the size of the text, okay, the font size is the size, and you pick here by numbers, okay. So when I click on this arrow, wherever I see this small arrow in front of any icon, okay, it means there are more to this. I like these ones here. So this number is 11. If I click here, it means there are more sizes, okay. So here we have capitalizing each word. If I click here, it means there are more text formatting. So when I click here, see when I hover to 8 point, 9 point, 11, 12, 14, 16 points. Now if you observe, you can see, so when I select, for instance, 24, it stays as 24 because I've selected that. So let me go back and leave it as 20. So another thing you'll notice here, immediately after 11 and 12, the rest are even numbers, 14, 16, 18. You can change, you can edit the size yourself here by coming up here, you backspace, and you type in your size. For example, we don't have 15 there, 1 and 5, and you click on enter. Where is my text? Let me move it forward. So I select, and I selected, let's choose 18, and let's use this Adobe Gothic. You can see that. So you can change here 15. You can see that. Now let's move forward. Here you can see this A, letter A is bigger than this, okay. It means this increases the size while this decreases the size, okay. And as this changes, you can see the number here changes. If I increase this, it changes to 20. If I increase this, it changes to 22. If I reduce this, 20, I click on this, 18, you can see that. Now let's move on. Here is where we change our case. Now here we select sentence case. The first letter is going to start with capital letter and the rest will be small letter. When we go back there and select lowercase, you can see all changes to lower case letter. Let me zoom in, or let me bring this backward to the center of the page because I want to zoom in here. See, this is where I zoom in. Look here, this is where you zoom in. You can see, you can click on plus to gradually zoom in your work, okay. So now let's select, remember to select. Now let's go to uppercase, all changes to uppercase. Clear formatting. I told you this page, everything here is to format, that is to add a style to your initial text. Right from here, these designs you have been adding, font, size, everything are formatting. So when you click on clear all formatting, it's going to take the text back to the default font, the default font type, the default font size, okay. It's going to go back to its initial default fonts and formatting, okay. Let's go back. So then we go to capitalize each word. Sorry, I didn't cover this the other time. Each word will begin with capital letter. You can see each word. Part begins with capital letter, off begins with capital letter, my begins with capital letter, body begins with capital letter. That is what this one here to capitalize each one. Why the toggle case just messes around the whole thing, and I don't know who uses that. Maybe for a cartoon display or for fun for kids, one can use that. Okay, so why clear formatting is to return to its initial default font size. Okay, so let's step backward to have it as let's make use of uppercase. Now we come here next. So when I click on bold, see, let's change this font so that we can see the effect of applying bold. See now look at this B for bold. When I click on bold, see, it's selected even when my mouse is not there. See, it's active, you can see. And when I on bold, click on it, you can see it's thinner. Now let's move on to italics. It italicizes the word. You can see, can you observe that? Can you observe the changes? It tints, it's slightly bent diagonally. All right, can you see that? This is underline. You underline to put a line under your word, and you can see the small drop down arrow here, which tells you there are more types of underline which you can choose from. All right, let's move on. Let's deselect the underline. Here we have strike through. Okay, you can use that as well. Here we have our subscript and superscript. What that does is when you want to write numbers to base or to power. For example, here let me type in, press, when you are here, when you want to come down, click on enter. Let me move forward. I need 7 raised to power 2, so I'm going to type 7 and 2. So I'm going to select 2 and click on subscripts. You can see that it takes it as the power. When I select 2 again and click on superscript, it takes it as the power, exponential value, 7 raised to power 2. Why the other one is for base. Okay? For 7 base 2 you use this, 7 raised to power 2 you use this. So that is what subscript and superscript does. Now the next formatting is, let's select our text again. So we have here is text effect. It gives our text different effects based on what you choose here. You can see different beautification. Okay, you can even come to outline. We're going to have different colors for the outline. Let's make it bigger. Let me cut it from here, control, and drop it here so that we can see the effect. Let me make it bigger. Now if I click on effect, you can see clearly now. Okay, I go to outline, the color of the outline, can you see? And I can select whichever I want. Shadow, you can see different shadow effect. You can see this makes it stand as a 3D. You can see reflections. You can play around all these, they are numerous. Okay, let's move on to the text highlight color. To highlight the text, when I click here, you can see, so I want to highlight a particular word here. So let me choose this color. You can see it's going to be like that. Yeah, so that is what that does. Let's move on. Let me select it and take that away. Select no color. Right, so let me select our font, and here we have the color of the font. The default color is black, so you can choose from all these different tones. You can see all different tones of each color. See that? Okay, so let me change it to red. So that is where you change that. And what else do we have here? So Let us move on to the next part, which is our paragraph. Okay, let's take this off and let's cut this and bring it here. Let's return it to the starting, and here we have bullets. Okay, so let's add more to our text. Let's press enter here to move to the next line. So part of the body, we have the eyes, nose, ear, we have the mouth, we have the teeth, we have the arm, legs. Okay, yes, so we have our part of the body. Let's limit this to just to this 5. So part of the body, we have eyes. This, so the bulletin helps us to create bullet list for this particular list. So you select all the lists, and when you click on bullets, you can see what it does. So it gives it a list. You know, this is a list, and there you have your drop down arrow. Let's select all to change to different kind of bullets. This is the default one, which is just a black circle. Okay, and we have this. You can see that different styles that you can choose from. Okay, so let's move on. This is where you choose a numbering list, a numbered list. See, 1 2 3, 1 2 3 with close bracket. We have the Roman figure listing. We have the alphabet listing, uppercase and lowercase. The choice is yours. So let's move on. And we have this for the creating of chapters for your write-up. Okay. And the next thing is the indent. Okay. You see that? So is to put your indents away from the first line. And here too we have our paragraph. We'll go to that later. You don't need that for now. So this, the alignment, okay, to center. This, the left side, you can see is on this side here. So when you choose the middle, it brings your text to the middle of the page, and when you align to right, it aligns to the right of the page. So let us take it to the initial one. The next one is line spacing. As I hover over this, it creates the margin, increases the margin between each line, like that. Okay, that is that about that. And this is for shading particular spot that you have. Okay, if you would like to do that. So the next one is the border. You can see, to create a border line around your text: border top, border bottom, border left, border right. Okay, no border. Okay, all border. You see, it creates border all around each text, each line. Okay, you can see that. So and that is that about the formatting. And when you come to this one here, is the styles, different styles for your work. Okay, it gives you pre-designed styles which you can choose. If you click down here, it shows everything to you. Okay, and this is where you used to find a specific part of your page. For instance, let's click on find. Now here we have here. Okay, so here let's find ears. You can see it highlighted yes. So if you have a lot of documents, so many texts, and you are looking for a particular text to just change the correction or something, you don't need to start scrolling and scrolling. Just use the find tool to look for it. Okay, it's as simple as that. So let's correct this. So you can also find and replace. You can see you replace. If I click this, it's going to come here. Now let's say it you find what. You can see that find what. So let's leave it as yes. Find yes, okay, and replace with tongue. And let's see what happens. So you said you should find the word yes and replace it with what? Tongue. So you click on replace. Okay. It finds yes, replace with tongue. I will say replace all. All done. We made one replacement. Can you see that? It has replaced it. So let's change that. Let's say it should find tongue and replace with yes. Yes. Click on replace all. You can see that it has replaced it. So that is what we want here. If you click on select all, I told you select everything, and the shortcut to do that is clicking on Ctrl and A. Let me use my on-screen keyboard to do that so you can see that. So if I click Ctrl, I hold down Ctrl and A. Ctrl and A, it selects all. All right, can you see that? So thank you for watching, and try to subscribe to our channel. Click on the notification bell so you can get notification when we drop new videos, and give a comment if you have any contribution. Okay, please leave it in the comment section below this video, and subscribe to our channels for more useful content like this. So see in the next video where we continue on different styles of formatting of text. Thank you and God bless.